matadors. Bulls running of Fermin. And a desi version of both is Jallikattu. It's a festival that celebrates masculinity of both man and the bull. It's colorful. It's emotional. It's dangerous. It has the perfect combination of basic instincts of survival, fear, and the surreal pleasure of win that defies death. Jallikattu also represents Indian history, Tamil culture, and to that add a dash of modern politics. A legal fight to make it safe for both the beast and the humans trying to tame it.
Hello and welcome to the special edition on India Today. On Thursday, in big relief for the governments of Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Karnataka, the Supreme Court upheld the validity of the traditional bull-taming sport Jallikattu and bullock cart races. It may sound like the end of the legal battle, but is it really? We get you more details in our first report.
The verdict is out. People burst out on the streets with joy. Jallikattu gets the nod from the apex court. For the governments of Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Karnataka, the Supreme Court verdict was nothing short of vindication of their long-standing demands in favor of the bull-taming sport of South India. On 18th of May, a 5-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court upheld the validity of the traditional bull-taming sport, Jallikattu and bullock cart races. The verdict clearly stated that the laws made by the states are legally valid. The court also directed the states to strictly ensure the safety and protection of animals under the law.
Since legislative exercise has already been undertaken, and Jallikattu has been found to be part of cultural heritage of Tamil Nadu, we would not disrupt this view of the legislature. We do not accept the view reflected in the case of A. Nagaraja that performance of Jallikattu is not a part of cultural heritage of the people of the state of Tamil Nadu. We do not think there was sufficient material before the court for coming to this conclusion.
But it added, cultural heritage is borne out by texts and evidence. The court cannot intervene into the matter.
All the 5 judges have accepted the contention of the Tamil Nadu government, and they have passed orders in favor of the government. We have already taken steps to ensure the safety of the animals. That will be always continue. We will safeguard the animals. Safety will be continued.
It is a victory for the people of Tamil Nadu who held a protest, because it's a very emotive issue. The bulls are not only for the sport, it's a member of the family. It has a long tradition, long association with the culture and the livelihood of the people. Time and again writing up saying that cruelty, you need to give some substantiative evidence for your claim, which PETA is not doing.
The petitions, including one filed by animal rights body PETA, had challenged the law that allowed the bull-taming sport in Tamil Nadu, underscoring it as a cruel practice against animals. PETA now plans to explore other legal options.
This verdict is anti-Indian. It stands in favor of cruel events that have consistently caused suffering and deaths of our country's animals. PETA India is calling on everyone to reject these shameful spectacles that exploit bulls and buffaloes as we explore legal remedies to protect these long-suffering animals.
With this, the decade-old legal battle over Jallikattu and other such bull-taming sports came to an end for the time being.
This age-old practice has gone through a long legal battle at the turn of this century, and the game Here's a report on the controversies and the legal battle for Jallikattu so far.
Jallikattu combines two P's of Dravidian culture, pride and politics, and that rules Tamil Nadu and its people. Bull rearing of finest quality for this festival is about showcasing the quality of cattle, the breeding skills of cattle rearers, the centrality of cattle in an agrarian economy, and the power and pride they bring to farmers. But in the middle of all this lies another truth of animal abuse and death and severe injury sustained by both the beast and man trying to tame it. Nearly a decade after the ban on training and exhibition of animals was imposed, Jallikattu faced its first hurdle in 2007. The Animal Welfare Board of India and the animal rights group PETA moved petitions in the Supreme Court against Jallikattu as well as bullock cart race. The Tamil Nadu government, with M. Karunanidhi as its chief minister, worked its way out of the ban by passing a law in 2009. 2 years later, in 2011, when the UPA government added bulls to the list of animals from being banned for training and exhibition, the Animal Welfare Board of India and PETA filed a petition in the Supreme Court. They contested the regulations were not being followed and that bulls were being subjected to cruelty as defined under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. In May 2014, the Supreme Court banned the bull-taming sport, ruling on a petition that cited the 2011 notification. As a result, Jallikattu did not take place in subsequent years. 2 years later, in January 2016, however, the Union Environment Ministry revoked the ban by issuing a notification. Tamil Nadu Assembly elections were approaching and the move was criticized as people appeasing vote bank politics. The Animal Welfare Board of India and PETA challenged the notification. An year-long court battle got people of Tamil Nadu riled up, and in January 2017, the famous Marina Beach uprising happened. Several hundreds of protesters conducted peaceful rally at Tamil Nadu's capital city Chennai, opposing the ban on Jallikattu. Tamil superstar Kamal Haasan and Rajnikant spoke in support of Jallikattu. O. Paneerselvam government passed the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Tamil Nadu Amendment Act of 2017 and Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Conduct of Jallikattu Rules of 2017. These reopened the gates for the conduct of Jallikattu in the name of culture and tradition despite the 2014 ban by the Supreme Court. The amendment was subsequently approved by the President of India. But that wasn't the end of this court battle or controversy surrounding the bull-taming festival. On 8th of December 2022, a 5-member constitution bench of the Supreme Court reserved its verdict on a batch of pleas challenging the Tamil Nadu law allowing Jallikattu. On hearing petitions against the latest law, the court sought to address the questions of whether Jallikattu should be granted constitutional protection as a collective cultural right under Article 29(1), and whether the 2017 law and rules perpetuate cruelty to animals, or were they a means to ensure the survival and well-being of the native breed of bulls.
Let's go back in time and find out how the sport started and when. Believe it or not, this started way back in the period of the Indus civilization. More details in our next report.
Jallikattu is a centuries-old sport practiced among the Tamils. The first references of Jallikattu is founded in a seal discovered at Mohenjo-daro. It's dated between 2500 BC and 1800 BC. Back then it was called Erutharuval, meaning embracing the bull. Mention of Jallikattu is also found in Sangam age Tamil epics, Silapadikaram. This in particular added sacred meaning to this custom of bull-taming sport. The term Jallikattu is a union of two words, Salli or coins and Kattu or tie. In this festival, a bundle of coins is tied to the bull's horns while contestants attempt to tame it to seize the prize of coins. If they fail, the bull owner retains it. Traditionally, Jallikattu is celebrated in the second week of January at the time of Tamil harvest festival of Pongal on Matu Pongal Day. It represents a symbolic event to honor bull owners who rear them for mating. Over the centuries, it has become a traditional way for the agricultural community to preserve their pure breed native bulls, which are otherwise used only for meat or ploughing the fields. Kangayam, Puligulam, Umbalacheri, Bargur and Malai Mad are among some of the native cattle breeds reared specially for Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu. Not the whole of Tamil Nadu engages in this practice. It is revered across the Madurai, Tiruchirappalli, Theni, Pudukkottai and Dindigul districts of Tamil Nadu, and these are known as the Jallikattu belt.
Spain is a country that always comes to mind when we talk about bull taming. They have a summer festival called San Fermin. Let's take a look at how similar and yet how different they are to our festivals.
San Fermin is a week-long festival celebrated in Pamplona of Spain. Though the festivities held in the month of July every year start off with firecrackers, the main attraction is the bull running. It has a deep-seated history of baptism and martyrdom attached to it. Fermin was the son of a Roman senatorial rank in Pamplona in the 3rd century. He was converted to Christianity at the spot now known as the small well of Saint Fermin. Fermin was ordained a priest into law and returned to Pamplona as its first bishop. He was later dragged to death with angry bulls running after him through the streets, and that made him a martyr in the Catholic Church and gave rise to this festival. But it was Ernest Hemingway who made it famous. The central plot of his 1926 novel, The Sun Also Rises, revolves around the San Fermin festival. It made the festival grow beyond Spain. Hemingway himself remained a loyal follower of the festival all his life. Over the period of centuries, with the growth of its popularity, San Fermin is no longer a simple festival of local youths having fun with bull running and bullfighting. It's now an international tourism event with great market possibilities. COVID-19 put a halt on the festivities in 2020 and 2021. But it is back in its older glory and glamour since last year. Jallikattu of Tamil Nadu is often compared to this Spanish festival. While the Spanish version of bull running is done in an organized and safe way, Jallikattu is infamous for accidents and animal abuse. The similarities of the beginning of this festival is steeped in deep history and the culture of taming the untamable. But the festivals celebrated in two different continents are far apart when it comes to being safe.
Jallikattu is the pride of Tamilians. Then how could it escape the celluloid, the other pride of Tamil Nadu? Here's a report on how Jallikattu has been portrayed in our films over the decades.
Whether you like it or not, Jallikattu is an issue that has sparked several heated debates across the country. Be it Murattukalai or Virumandi, filmmakers have often used this traditional sport to further the narrative in their films. Murattukalai, which released in 1980, was probably the first film to depict Jallikattu on celluloid. The film told the story of two landlords, Kalyan and Jaishankar, whose enmity grows after the engagement of Jaishankar's sister with Kalyan. The Jallikattu scene where Rajnikant manages to tame the bull in some ways paved the way for Rajni to become the invincible superstar that he is today. Cheran Pandian, directed by K.S. Ravikumar, became a highly successful venture at the box office. The film had its lead actor Sharat Kumar participating in Jallikattu, which was also well received by the Tamil audience. The film also touched upon rampant issues like casteism. Starring Prabhu, son of legendary actor Shivaji Ganeshan, Rajkumaran, which hit the big screens back in 1994, was a box office dud. However, the film had a memorable Jallikattu scene with Prabhu. Rajkumaran also marked Prabhu's 100th film. One of the most realistic portrayals of Jallikattu took place in Kamal Hassan's Virumandi. The film revolved around the interview of two prison inmates, Kotala Tevar's life sentence and Virumandi, who is sentenced to be hanged.
அதே மாதிரி நானும் சொல்ல வேண்டிய பதில எல்லாம் கோர்ட்ல சொல்லியாச்சு. கேமராவை தூக்கிட்டு வர கண்ட பொட்ட கழுதிட்டின்னு சொல்ல வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. கோவிக்காத உடனே சொல்லல இவங்கள சொன்ன. ஆளான பொண்ணுக்கு இங்கே ஆளுங்களவையில் ஆளுன்னு இல்லாம போனா.
The criminals express how they feel about the direction that their lives have taken and how they ended up where they are. In fact, Virumandi had a song that glorified both the bull and Jallikattu. Perhaps the most recognizable film in the list is the 2019 Malayalam film Jallikattu, which was India's official entry at Oscars 2021. In the traditional sport, a raging bull is released into a huge crowd and multiple people attempt to grab the bull's hump and hang on.
That's all we have time for on the special broadcast, The Joy of Jallikattu. Thank you very much for watching.